Okay, so I found that I took this object and I freezed it in sub D1 level, so I get that. The trick is to create the morphs. If you want facial morphs, then use a low res first. It's easier that way to create the morphs, and then after having created the morphs, I can freeze it once. This is after having freezed it and created the morphs. We can add or create a normal map, or a bias map rather. You do that by, first you need to save. It's very important to save first, then go to FiberFX, do the changes, create the guides, hit OK, and once you hit OK, it's going to look like this. You will not see the change, but you need to go in here and set that default normal map to 100, and then it's going to look like this. Be sure to be in wireframe shade, not in flat shade. That's going to screw it up. Smooth shade, yeah. So not flat shade. That's not going to work. I don't know why that is, but it's like that. So yeah, so created that. After, you might want to save right away after having created the guides. So first save before going to FiberFX, and then save after having gone out of FiberFX. It's very important that you do that so that you are able to check out these, that you're able to use and access these bias maps. What I did here is that I tried to figure out what kind of bias it will create based on the feather directions. So just testing a bit here. You can see here that in this area I created feathers following what should I say? Following the eye. Just wanted to see if I could actually paint a vertex map. So you can see, kind of try that here, and it kind of works, but it kind of doesn't. And the reason for that is that you can see it, that it's actually not just a flat color, it's creating almost like an infrared color scheme. So you can see that here it's quite complex, even though it seems to be simple. These are not the same colors, even though they kind of look like the same colors. So, but anyway, the reason for doing this is just to test how the bias would work in layout. You can try another bias. Yeah, I need to click remap, I guess. Not really sure if this is doing the right thing. The thing is, I got this one as well. So change that one as well for, so they have the same one. So you'll see, you can kind of like see the effect that has. Those colors. Let's go for this one and that one. Not sure if I need to remap. I think maybe I do. Maybe not. Anyway, so this is just a preview really. I just turned that off, but I prefer to preview it. Yeah, do remember that to activate the normal map color, and then save, and before you launch or send that over to layout. So yeah, it's quite complex. So painting this using, for example, vertex paint is not really gonna help you all that much, really. It's not going to help you at all unless you're like a super expert or something like that. So if you want to create like a small change, maybe it could work, and it will update. But that's about it, really. So yeah. Anyway, I find that this could be onto something, and yeah, it also works with a morph, it seems, at least. If I create a morph here, let's create a morph, okay. Take these guys here, move them up, and just like that. Go back to the base, go back here, and hopefully I'll have that morph imported. Morph mixer, new. Remove that. Let's save, and then go back here. Properties, morph mixer. There it is. And so you'll see here now. Actually, I'll just hide that. Hide that. You'll see here now that when I morph that, it will work, and here it will actually follow. You might want to set this geometry to after morphing or something like that. I set it first, and then it was kind of like screwy. Mr. Bones. I don't know why that is. A4. Seems to be something funky going on here. I'm updating it, but it's not really updating. What is that? That is strange. Anyway, as you can see, the fibers are following, so that's good. Why the first, last, and stuff didn't really affect it, I don't know. I don't know. That's beyond me. Anyway, you should if the morph is not working, make sure that you have the subdivision set correctly. Again, not really sure why this is not working. This just does not make sense. Anyway, so yeah. So does it work with a morph? Yeah, looks like it. I think that's about it. So to conclude, if you can use the bias, then maybe you should. So using a bias map might very well be good for creating and animating morphing short here, but that needs more research.